I got the pleasure to live with Logan in Cincinnati for a while, and I remember our first morning there. I woke up before him, of course, because that dude liked to sleep. But I woke up before him, and I went and made pancakes and brought him to him in bed, and he was the most excited dude ever. And I'm just genuinely excited of the time I did get to spend with him, and I'm just gonna miss the charisma he just brought to the table in any conversation with anyone. And he was just so kind that he was almost naive in most situations, but it was so genuine and real. And I'm gonna miss you, Logs. I love you, man.
The thing I'll miss about Logan, his laugh. He just had this infectious laugh that just cracked everybody up. I'll miss our long talks about music. He said he liked my favorite group, which is Genesis, and that's how we became friends, is after I found out that he was a drummer. I play guitar, so I'm thankful that I was able to play for him here at the benefit today.
Just a teenage boy coming to shows, and he meant so much to so many different people.
I'm supposed to challenge, I want to learn the balance, don't care about my habits, so whether I'm a balance. I ain't right rabbits in the back, cast on my back, getting out the grave, life like that, conditioning, this from the lyrics and vision, I'll take it higher like a bird on the wire, the tiger, I'm living. Because I'm moving on up, I treat because she was on tonight, crazy like the most, inverted like a roll, I'm remaining just like in the level, I'm sending back, yeah!
There's so much I can say about Logan. I don't even really know where to begin, but some of my fondest memories with him were late nights, going on the craziest adventures, having these deep talks with each other about anything and everything, from the craziest things, from black holes and dark matter to serious stuff that was going on in our lives. He was one of the easiest people to talk to, and when he was in the room, there was nothing but happiness in the room. He just brought a whole different vibe, and it just touched everyone he was around. He was an incredible person. He was always there for me and all his friends. I don't know, he was great. I remember late nights just going on adventures, driving to Columbus at 4 a.m. to get Hound Dog's pizza, just the weirdest things, you know. But it was always a great time. Logan definitely helped make me the kind of person I am today. If I didn't meet him, I don't know where I would be. He was that type of friend. He was one of the four Bromigos. He'll be missed incredibly. He still is missed. We all love you, Logan.
Waiting, looking up the road ahead. Everybody's just trying to get out of the wreck. So I tie my boots, put my hard hat on. Cause I'm tough like denim. I ain't never gonna quit. Got my head held high. My chest out proud, cause I'm tough like denim.
Buddy Holly crashed in a plane along with a few other excellent musicians. Buddy Holly was only 22, and 15 years later Don McLean wrote this song in honor of that. Well, in honor of his life that he did live, and kind of the legacy that he had left. And now when I sing it, you really can't help but think about Logan, because Logan was also, a fantastic musician I was lucky to play with. And it's a song about the day the music died. a long, long time ago. And I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of
Hi, my name is Brian Percoco. I taught Logan guitar at Martin Music since he was just a little guy, really, and have known him throughout the years. I think the thing that I will miss most about Logan is, well, him, of course, and then secondly, his passion for music and his dedication. Ever since he was a student of mine, I thought that he had a really immense potential, and very sad to see that cut short. So I plan as, I hope that all of you plan as well to carry on Logan's legacy through the music that we play and the lives that we live. Logan meant a lot to me, like he did to all of us, and I just want this to be purely in his memory.
so much for Logan. Thank you. Once again, one more clap for Logan Snedeker. We'll be back in 3 years.
My 21st birthday, I was pretty stressed out and wanted to spend the night just alone, watching TV and drinking beer. And Logan shows up inside of my house and just in my dining room, and he goes, "What's up, man? Heard it was your birthday." And so I haven't seen him in a while, and so I said, "Dude, you gotta drink this beer with me." And so we went out on my back porch, we got some beers, we just talked for hours, and then he had his dog over. Well, that's every time you see him, he has his dog with him. But yeah, and like, we caught a whole lot of lightning bugs, and that was like one of the best birthdays I ever had. It was just so relaxed and chill. It was also the last time I got to see him, but it was really great. This was always positive. Whenever I was down and talked to him, he seemed to always look at the bright side of life. Like, he's one of the people that, I guess, showed me not to be such a pessimist or negative Nelly. Which, I mean, we really need those people too, and he did a lot for us.
I've probably known Logan very long time. We actually went to Christian Fellowship Elementary School, which is, I believe, no longer a school now, but it was actually 3rd grade, my last day, and we prayed every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, lunchtime. It's funny because I told Mr. Richardson at the time, who was our 3rd grade teacher, that I was going to be moving schools, and he actually told me not to tell everybody. So, of course, me being my little 3rd grade self, I decided to tell Logan and a couple other friends. Well, when it was time to pray, Logan raised his hand, and he, in front of Mr. Richardson and everybody else, I hope, God, that Marcia meets new friends at the new school she's going to. And I look at Logan, and his head's down, like he's praying like this, and then I look at Mr. Richardson, and he's, staring at me like this. So that's one thing I can say about Logan, is he was a friend to pray with. He was never afraid to do that. One of the things about Logan is he was always looking out for somebody else. So selfless. He, when I was going to a new school, he made sure he was praying that I would find new friends. He was upset that, I was moving schools. And it made him very upset, but he wanted to make sure I had friends. Logan was completely selfless in every way, shape, or form. Even as adults, if anybody was having a hard time, he was there to, put a little sunshine in your day.
So hi, I'm Zach. You guys know this. Hi, Snedeker fan. So I guess my memory started forever ago. Because you guys used to watch me when I was a baby. So that's cool. But I think, it's hard to put like a specific memory on this whole Logan thing, just because there were so many good ones. Logan was one of those kids that no matter where he was or what he was doing, there was always a smile on that kid's face and just joy everywhere he went. And that was one of the biggest things I kind of had to be reminded of. So I'm doing youth pastor stuff now. I'm a youth pastor at a church. And so it was really hard for me when I found out about Logan and the whole idea of, trying to have a positive outlook on a really bad situation. Just kind of, why would God do such a thing? And then, is it okay to be a pastor and have these kind of questions? And throughout all of it, even though I was angry, even though I probably said some stuff to God that I shouldn't have, at the same time, God gave me this peace that I couldn't explain. It's one of those things where, the peace that passes all understanding had a whole new meaning to it. And so I think throughout all of this, just remember that no matter how hard times get, and no matter how lonely you feel, know that you're never alone. No matter how alone you feel, I always feel like God's one of those people that constantly has his arms open.
He would just sit there and listen to any and every problem that I had, and if he didn't feel like he needed to comment on it, he wouldn't. But if he did and he had something to say, he would tell you. And no matter what he said, it all helped. So he was just a really easy, fun person to talk to. I couldn't think of any bad thing to say about him, and I don't think anyone can. He had so many friends in different places. I've met so many new people because of him.
I think in terms of people like Logan and his impact on people, especially people that were really close to him, there just aren't any words for that. You know, there have been days and days and days and nights and nights and nights of just spending genuine time with Logan, whether that be just sitting on our back porch listening to music and just analyzing the crap out of every little detail of it, or arguing over what's better, classical music or jazz, or just not even that involved, just things like hang out and driving on back country roads and getting lost and making up our own games in the back of our cars, just trying to entertain ourselves during the evenings at good old Newark, Ohio. And I think we all kind of forget how lucky we are to have someone around like Logan. And I hate the expression, you don't know what you've got till it's gone, but I think this is probably the most profound example of that possible. He doesn't know what he did for us. We don't know what he did for us, but it's a lot. And I think a lot of people might actually not even be around if it weren't for Logan, or wouldn't be the same person who they are now. Logan taught me a lot about how to love people, even when you really don't want to. Logan taught me a lot about how to make a positive out of every situation, no matter how crappy. I think most of all, Logan told me many times to just not care what other people think, and that's something I struggle with a lot, and I know a lot of other people struggle with all the time. But Logan was the true definition of just being yourself, really just saying I'm okay with who I am, and just got to keep driving that home and saying I'm accepted for who I am exactly. We appreciate it, buddy. We love you. And all the Snedekers, we love you guys too. And I think if I could tell you one thing, I'm not going to offer you any advice because I don't think there's anything that I could do that would really be helpful, but I hope you guys are proud of who he was, and I hope you guys are proud of yourselves for making him who he was too. Thanks for letting us spend the time that we had with him, and thanks for shaping him into who he was, and in turn him shaping us into who we are.
Something to show his future kids of all the things he did, and he hopes that they'll be proud. He said it's only been 3 days, but we've already taken so many beatings from the wind. He said my stomach's sick, and I just cannot stomach all the things that I've been missing back home. I left my heart at sea, and I wonder when she'll come back to me, 'cause I know she will. We never say goodbye, no, we only said I'll see you next time, 'cause when I get home we'll be alone for a little while. 'Cause I've been so alone for such a long while. Let's skip ahead to about age 43, when he got some news that could bring a grown man to his knees. He said my wife is sick, her body just can't handle it. Now she's only got 1 week. So what's a man like me to say? half of your life is past and you're a sea away. I'm much too sad to cry. I didn't know that angels died. I thought she was sent down to be with